Crown land and every Turks and Caicos Islander is entitled to a piece. Nowadays, land is scarce, according to many. The draft Crown land policy and allocation of Crown land has had deep discussions in the latest Consultative Forum meeting this week. The Reverend Derek Hamilton gave his view.
I think Crown land should be given to not necessarily belongers per se, but Turks and Caicos Islanders who are born in Turks and Caicos or who have at least one of their parents born in Turks and Caicos. There's only a little bit of Crown land to go around. And if we give it to everybody, what are Turks and Caicos Islanders going to really benefit from? I don't like to discriminate, but there's only so much to go around.
Cynthia Astwood asked for clarification on the allocation of Crown land to married couples. Will a husband and wife each be eligible for a piece of Crown land?
Mr. Llewellyn, I would like to have some clarity when you speak about individuals having a bit of land, because I am wondering, as a couple, husband and wife, would it apply that the husband could get a bit of land, so can the wife get a bit of land? I think we need clarity for that, because in years gone by, it was said that if your husband had a bit of land, the wife couldn't get a piece, or vice versa. So it's important that clarity is there to say where if you're a couple, you can still, husband or wife, can benefit from a bit of land. Thank you.
Crown land advisor John Llewellyn explains.
That's a very good point, and it's certainly something that came up in the public debates, and it's certainly a point that's been actively considered by members of the Crown Land Unit as we went through this drafting process. The consensus that was reached is that we have to treat people as individuals, and we have to treat people as having these rights as individuals, whether they're in perhaps a stable relationship or a marriage. They should still be equally entitled and as equally entitled. So put simply, you could have a husband and wife living in a home, and if we kept the draft as it stands now and the home was registered in the husband's name, then the wife could apply for it. If we remove the residence criteria, then both the husband and the wife could clearly apply for land in their own right.
Pending applications for Crown land was another issue. According to Crown land advisor Llewellyn, applications are not being processed for new allocations. Charlene Cartwright Robinson raised concern on this matter.
That you're saying persons still wishing to proceed with their pending request for allocation of Crown land should resubmit their applications. What was the feedback when you consulted? I mean, there are people who've been applying for years over and over and over. And when they go back in now, I mean, they're basically lumped together with those people who may be sending in fresh applications. And quite frankly, I don't think that is fair.
I agree with that point. What I can say is that we have approximately 6,000 to 6,500 current applications. Those application forms obviously don't contain the detail for us to test these eligibility criteria. I don't think there are many people who haven't applied for Crown land at some point. I think they'd be in the minority. I think there will be some fresh applications. I think that's probably the case. And they will be lumped in with those people, as you say, who've applied for many years. But importantly, what this policy will do is it will allow people who previously haven't had an allocation of Crown land now to be, if you like, at the head of the queue for that. So it will level the playing field.
Is there anywhere that you have a list of these names and the dates of their applications? Because I have a major concern with that. Because I can guarantee you there will be a lot of fresh applications. Because we've put it out there that the land is scarce. That's what we say here. So you're going to have a lot of fresh graduates and other new persons who will apply. And all I'm saying is if we're going to be looking at it on a priority basis, if we're going to be looking for fairness, it is unfair that I would have applied 6 years ago, probably sent in 5 applications. Someone who applied yesterday, his application be in the stack ahead of mine. and be considered, and then when you reach it, you say we can't give any more allocations, say for example for the year, because I think we're going to come to that. So I'm going to suggest that since we're not even issuing land now, Crown Land Unit, I don't know what is keeping them busy, but I'm going to suggest that those names be tabulated.